Hello and welcome to this edition of the State of Soy. I'm Aaron Putsey, and this is a special edition as we recognize the award recipients that have made the industry so successful during the past year and who were recently recognized at the Iowa Soybean Association's Leadership Awards Luncheon. We're visiting with one of those award recipients right now. Wayne Fredericks of Osage was the Policy Champion Award recipient. And Wayne, you have a long and distinguished career of advocating and really championing on behalf of Iowa soybean farmers. Why is that so important to you?
Well, a long time ago in my early career with soybeans, somebody told me that, government is really run by those who show up. And so I've really worked hard at trying to be there and show up in both, federal and state house legislation work. And I've made a special effort to build relationships with our elected representatives, both state and national, because those relationships that help you build, rules and regulations that are favorable to agriculture, and that's basically what we try to do as policy advocates.
You have served and continue to serve in a variety of roles. You are president for the Iowa Soybean Association, currently, as you mentioned, serving on the American Soybean Association board. Was there a mentor, was there a catalyst for your really leaning into being a champion for the industry?
I think Carol Balvance, our policy leader at Iowa Soybean, when I first got on the board, she was so passionate, on policy. And I picked up and learned a lot from Carol. And Michael now is working here at ISA for us. Actually, I first met Michael in DC when he was working for Joni Ernst. And so it's been a long time process, and it's funny how over the time, you make those relationships and they become valuable.
What are topics that you've been particularly passionate about and championed for?
I'm heavily into conservation and anything related around conservation, soil health, and conservation type rules and regulations. The connectivity between crop insurance and conservation is another passionate area of mine. So that tends to be my area of expertise, and that's where I work the most, especially at the national level.
So there are 40,000 other Iowa soybean farmers. What's your advice to them about speaking up and getting more engaged on policy matters?
Well, I think the first step is to get to know their local senator and representative. Go to their town hall meetings and build a relationship, and then tell your story. Because as a farmer, we are a very rare breed. Not so much in Iowa, but on the federal level, very much so. We bring a lot to the table, and we're highly respected, and we have a good story. And tell your story. It's your story that they really take home and they take to heart. And many times, if you have a compelling story, that'll get repeated on the floor, whether it be here or DC. We have a tremendous policy team, and they're there to help, garner that information you need to brush up on topics that maybe you're not quite as comfortable with. And so we have a wealth of help here to prepare you to advocate.
Well, Wayne, on behalf of the 40,000 Iowa soybean farmers, congratulations on being named our Policy Champion Award recipient. Very well deserved. And again, Wayne was one of 8 award recipients recognized during the recent ISA Leadership Award Luncheon. Let's meet the others now.
Progress is a human invention. We look at our world and we imagine how to make it better. That's the power of human ingenuity. We can redefine what's possible. At Bayer, we're shaping the future of agriculture, like farms where all life grows together. It's not impossible, it's progress.